Welcome to Internet Roundup. Josh is actually working. How about that? That's Josh. I'm Chuck from Stuff You Should Know, the podcast.
Yeah.
The international sensation that is Stuff You Should Know.
That's sweeping the nation.
And this, though, is Internet Roundup, and it is not a sensation in any way.
No, it's a letdown.
That's right. But we are on Delta flight, so if you're watching and you're on a Delta flight right now, then welcome.
Ahoy.
Hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope all the shoes are on around you. That's my wish for you. So we round up the internet 2 articles at a time, and we're making a little headway, I think, in our goal to round up all up.
They keep adding them.
I know. We need to do something about that. So I found one about in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the headline. Mexican police found a homemade bazooka that may have launched contraband over the border. So what they did was they found a van with homemade bazooka with an air compressor and, some
tubing
and
metal tubing. That's important.
Yeah, like ductwork. It looks like probably or something like that. And basically, what it is, if you've ever been to a NBA game or something where they shoot T-shirts at you with an air cannon, that's pretty much what it is. But they shoot drugs over the border. Right.
Not at the NBA game.
No, they should though.
Those are all in the players.
Well, that's probably true too. In fact, I think the NBA is one of them that's seriously lobbying for marijuana to be exempt from their testing.
I can see that.
Yeah.
NBA's hands down the coolest sports league on the planet.
Yeah, they're down.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, they're cool. They like the weed or anything like that. I'm just saying like I think the players, I think the sport, I think the organization that runs the show, everything about the NBA, I think is pretty great.
Interesting. I agree. I love basketball.
Yeah.
So this is they didn't find any drugs, so this is their theory, and it's not anything new. They found these before over the years. They found catapults as well.
Yeah, and trebuchets.
Yeah, where they literally bong, and throw drugs over the border. And apparently this cannon that they found could shoot up to 60 pounds of probably marijuana.
Imagine if you're some dummy on the other side of the border, like waiting for it and try to catch it.
Yeah.
And you take a 60-pound bale of marijuana, to the chest. It's going to knock you over.
And they've found all kinds of creative ways over the years to do this. Some as simple as like softball-sized, like round marijuana balls that they would literally just throw over the border.
And into somebody's backyard.
Yeah.
And
then someone would be there and gather them up and
say, thanks for the free pot.
Pretty much. But I think this is further proof that like you can't stop the drug trade. You can put small dents in it here and there, but there's always going to be someone else finding a way to get drugs in.
Do you think the war on drugs is a failure?
Well, my favorite Onion headline of all time is "Drugs Win War on Drugs." Doesn't seem to be working.
No, it doesn't.
I
wonder what's going to happen in like 15, 20 years if there'll be like an increased, all right, we're doubling or tripling down on this.
On the drug war?
Yeah. Or if they're finally going to be like, we need to legalize this stuff and manage it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think in the United States, marijuana is becoming more accepted. But
right. But I mean, marijuana is like just such a, it's, I think, the most widely used drug.
Sure.
As far as illicit drugs go on the planet. But it's obviously the one that probably needs the least amount of managing if you're going to legalize it.
Yeah.
Like there's still heroin out there and crack and meth and bath salts and just all sorts of flocka.
Yeah. Maybe is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe concentrate on those. That might be a good move.
But I mean, what do you do?
Well, I don't know.
Especially if there's stuff out there like the designer drugs that are coming out now are like untested. People don't know what to expect. They're often sold as stuff that they aren't.
Yeah.
And they can do they can make you do some wacky stuff that you might not want to do.
Yeah.
You might come to and be like, oh, I didn't mean to eat that guy's face.
Right.
That kind of thing. Where like the stuff they used to scare us with back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
It actually happens now. Yeah. So, I mean, how do you deal with that besides outlawing it?
I don't know.
And the problem is even if you're outlawing it, it's not doing anything. People are still using it.
Still using it.
I don't know what the answer is, but I don't think the current status quo is it.
Well, I know since the dawn of time, since man could ingest something
Mm-hmm.
that altered their consciousness, they've been doing it.
Yeah.
And they are not ever going to stop doing it.
No, humans like to get messed up.
They do. And you can't legislate that out of humanity. And
No,
you can't
but
stop the flow in. So.
maybe they can genetically engineer us.
Ooh.
That'll be great. We can all line up for that.
We'll become Soylent Green.
Eventually, sure.
All right. So next we're going to finish up today with something you found that's pretty neat.
Yeah, there's this artist.
Did you get his name or her name?
No,
It wasn't even in here, which was very
it's
disappointing.
Ben Rubin, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It isn't in this post, which is ridiculous.
It's from themindcircle.com.
Yeah, that's where the post is. But the artist himself is named Ben Rubin.
Yeah, it is Ben Rubin.
And Ben Rubin basically just rode on the subway in New York, took photos of fellow subway riders,
Look at that.
and then went back and inserted their own little monsters.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. They have a bit of a where the wild things are quality to them,
Yeah.
which I appreciate.
And some of them are hilarious, like the one with the eye wearing his underpants.
Yeah.
He's like reading the lady's book.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty great.
I like this one with the guy with the Yankees jacket on,
Uh-huh.
with the other guy coming up from the back
Right.
of his neck.
Which is, and the guy's like the antithesis of the human
Yeah.
too. So, because I mean, like if you look at him, obviously, when you go through these, they're hilarious or funny.
Uh-huh.
But if you start to kind of like look in the details, some of
Yeah.
them are they're a little more, I guess, profound. Not all of them.
I think he's making a statement with some of them for sure.
Some, well, especially, in my opinion, the best one, the one where the woman's looking at a cell phone.
Yeah.
And then the cell phone monster is looking at a little person.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's kind of like a Perry Bible Fellowship take on it.
I don't know what that is.
You gotta check it out.
All right.
Series of cartoons from
Ooh.
like the 90s or early 2000s. They're pretty off kilter.
Wow.
Hilarious.
You always bring the goods, my friend.
So yeah, that's that.
All right. Well, that's Internet Roundup for the week. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Go check out Ben Rubin's art on themindcircle.com.
Or I'm sure on his own site as well.
Yeah. In fact, go there first. We'll see you next week.